Welcome, webinar facilitator. In this short video lesson, I am going to show you how to do a breakout session in Webex. So here we are in Webex, and if I bring you over here, you'll see that we have some participants, and we are going to put them into breakout sessions. So when you're the presenter, when you're doing your webinar, I'm going to be the host of the webinar, but you're going to be the presenter. So ideally, you're the one that will drive the breakout sessions. So the way you do that is first we need to have your breakout area here opened. So the way you do that is you come up to the menu at the top and you click on breakout. And then open breakout panel, breakout session panel. Click on that. When you do that, you'll notice that over here you now have a breakout session panel open here. You'll notice there's a button right here that says breakout assignment. So the very next thing you're going to want to do after opening this panel is click on breakout assignment. When you click on breakout assignment, this dialog box will open that you see here. There are two ways to create the breakout sessions. One is to do it manually. You can choose who goes into what group. I doubt that you'll want to use that. What you will want to use is to use automatically. That will just take the participants in the session, whether there's 20, 50, or 100 participants, and it will automatically, randomly assign them into breakout groups. So we click automatically. After you click that, this next little window opens and it asks you how you want the participants to be divided. You can define the number of sessions. So if there's 40 participants and you define 4 sessions, then there'll be 10 participants in each session. Or if there are 40 participants and you would rather define it by the maximum number of people per session, then you come down here and click on set the number of attendees in each breakout session. You come down here and you click I only want a maximum of 4 people in the session, or 3 people, or 5 people, whichever you want. So for this, let's set 3. So we select 3 and then we click OK. Alright, so now all we've done at this point is we've set the parameters. So you may want to do this before your live webinar session begins. So if your webinar session begins at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for example, ideally you will log in at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'll be there and we'll be welcoming the participants as they come. And at this time, you can say, Jonathan, can you set up the breakout parameters? Or you can say, Jonathan, can you please make me the presenter now so that I can set up the breakout parameters? Either way, ideally we want to do this portion of it before the live session begins, because you don't want to be in a live session doing these tedious kinds of tasks. So you'll notice after we have set those parameters, we'll come over here to the breakout panel, and you'll see that there have been let's see how many, 6 breakout groups defined, and in each group there's no more than 3 participants. Now we haven't started it yet, so everyone is still in the main room. It won't start until this start button is clicked. Okay. Now, in the beginning of the webinar, you don't want to be looking at this breakout session panel. You want to be looking at the chat box and what the participants are writing in the chat box. So what you want to do now is just minimize this panel, and the way you do that is by clicking this flat line here. And now you'll see that it's minimized, and now here's the chat box, and so you'll be able to see all the participants chatting. Now we're going through the webinar. Maybe you're 20 minutes or 30 minutes in and it's time to do a breakout session. Okay, the way you do that, let's see. Okay, so what you want to do then is when you're ready to run the breakout sessions, you want to come up here to these little icons you see at the top and click on this last one here with the 3 little small boxes and then the 1 big box. Click on it, and you'll notice down below it'll open up the breakout panel once again, and then you click Start. Okay, and now it's started. If you were one of these participants, what would happen now is you would be in a breakout room with 2 other participants, and you would have the chat capability, so you could type into the chat box, but only those 2 others in your group would be able to see what's in the chat session, or to see what the other 2 people are chatting. So if one of the participants in the group types something in the chat box, only those 2 other people in the group will be able to see it. So the breakout session goes on. Remember that beforehand you're going to want to let them know how much time they have. So if they're going to be in the breakout room, are they going to have 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, etc. So if you want to give them 5 minutes, for example, which is a lot of time, let's say 1 minute. So you've given them 1 minute to discuss a video they just saw. Okay, what you'll want to do is to click End the session at 30 seconds in. Or if you want them to be in the breakout sessions for 2 minutes, then at 1 minute and 30 seconds in, you're going to want to click this End All. Because what happens when you click this End All is they're going to get a notice saying that they have 30 seconds left to wrap up what they're talking about. So I'm going to click this button now, and you'll notice that nothing's going to happen here just now. What's happened is a little dialog box has popped up on the participant's computer screen, and it's telling them you have 30 seconds to finish what you're doing, and then you will automatically be brought back into the main session. So we'll just sit here for a couple seconds, and you will see something change here in just a second as they come out of the breakout sessions. Okay, so now they're out. All right, and you can tell because this says Start, so it's giving me the option to start another breakout session. So at this point, everybody is now back into the main session, and you can now discuss with them or have them discuss with the whole group what they talked about.